Hi, this is Hugo Venegas, and we're doing our daily Bible study, Hope and Coffee, promoted by the First United Methodist Church. And we have been talking about how to have hope in our current pandemic that we're going on, and we're reading and studying 1 Peter chapter 3 through and 4. And we have learned that Peter was writing to believers who were being persecuted and were spread all over the world. And today, I want us to look at one of the things that he told them as to how they can experience blessing and they can experience hope in difficult times. We have been studying verses 8 and 9, and today we're going to look at verse 10, which says, "For whoever would love life and see good days must keep his tongue from evil and his lips from deceitful speech." I want us to answer this question. How can we experience good days and blessing in a time of pandemic? And I think what Peter is doing, he's quoting Psalm 33 verses 13 through 17, and you can go back and check Psalm 33 out. But what he's trying to suggest by quoting portions of that psalm is for us to experience good days and blessings, we have to make it a choice to choose to love life. And he says, whoever would love life, whoever, that means that it's conditional upon us. We are commanded to love one another. We are commanded to be compassionate. We are commanded to live in harmony. But to choose to love life is up to us. We have to get up every morning, regardless of what the circumstances are, and to say to ourselves, I am going to choose to love life. Well, what does that mean? In the context, we see that it means to love others, to love our brothers and sisters in Christ, to love our family, to love everyone. And I have received so many messages on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram in which people constantly say, tell someone that you love them. You never know what tomorrow is going to bring. And that is very important. But I think it's also important not only loving others, but loving God. Do we tell God, I love you? Do we tell God, I appreciate you? Do we give thanks to God for all our blessings every morning? We get up and we count off all those blessings. It is important to tell God that we love him because he loves us. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever should believe in him should not perish but have everlasting life. He has pulled all the stops out to show us that he loves us. And we have to respond to his love by saying, Abba, Father, I love you. Abba, Father, I appreciate you. It's not just loving God, loving others, but we have to love nature. And the creation that we have is a gift from God. And we have to take care of it. We have to be responsible. One of the blessings of all this whole pandemic is that nature is free to bloom, to grow. The manatee has not been in my hometown for years. And now that there is no activity, the manatees are coming back to the beach. They're coming back. Monkeys are running around like crazy in Thailand. Why? Because nature has gotten a break. I have friends who are telling me, well, this whole virus thing is a conspiracy by nature in order to try to have us to slow down and give nature a chance to breathe. I'm not that smart to know that. But one thing I know is that nature needs us and we need nature. We have to have a loving relationship with the creation that God has given to us. It's not worshiping creation, it's just being good stewards of what God has blessed us with. The other thing that we have to love is to choose to love ourselves. Self-care is very important. We need to care for ourselves. We need to be able to do the things that are going to make us feel good about ourselves, to get rest, to eat well, and not to run out and expose ourselves to the virus. I have a friend who passed away from the virus. I don't know how credible this is, but I was told that several of her friends went out and they went to an activity and that's where they were exposed. We need to take care of ourselves. Staying in, quarantining ourselves is a way of self-care. Eat well, sleep well, do things that are fun. And part of loving life is also loving what we do. And appreciate your job. There are 17 million Americans who have lost their jobs. And we need to be praying for them. We need to be reaching out for them. But one of the ways to love life is to love what you do, is to appreciate the blessings that you can still do what you do from home. You can still produce. You can still read a novel. You can still write a book. You can still, do crafts. You can still exercise. Whatever you love doing, do more of it. And that's what will keep us sane during this time. This is Hugo Venegas from the United Methodist Church. God bless you, and choose to love life today.